If you were trying to call in just then and you did not perceive that it was a recording, then I'm sorry about that. But we are live right now. Vanessa is in the studio, and your phone calls are invited. I did see the phone light up, so we will take your calls now that Vanessa is here. Good morning, Vanessa.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How's everyone doing this morning?
I heard that somebody posted a song for you just for about Halloween, Valentine's Day.
You know, one of those fun holidays. They did. There was these two amazing people who posted on my Facebook page. And I love it. It was great. It was just for me.
We had fun for doing that, yeah.
Thank you, guys.
You want us to do one for, like, Christmas or something?
You may do whatever you would like.
Were you embarrassed by it at all?
Absolutely
That we
not.
singled you out?
No. I have a very, low embarrassment threshold because of my parents. And if they're listening, I
Oh, really? Why? Did they embarrass you a lot when you were a kid?
They would just do things just to make your life interesting.
Do you know, I think Robin would have made a good attorney.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
Look at Robin's face. Robin does not concur with that statement.
No, I think she would have been a really good attorney. She's really good at arguing.
Well then. I don't know if I want to touch that.
No, I mean, she'll argue on my behalf all the time.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
Yeah, she does.
That's right.
All right, let's go to the phone. Thank you for calling in, for waiting. You're on the air with Vanessa. Vanessa Lynn Jennings, by the way.
Yes, good morning. Thank you.
Hey.
Good morning.
With the DUI, if you get pulled over for whatever reason and they think you might have been drinking and they want to test you, if you're just over the limit and you believe that test is not valid, can you request to have it retested at that spot, or can you request it to go to a different location to have it tested?
Both. You can ask for the breathalyzer to be re-administered. They won't necessarily do it, but you can ask. And then you could also ask for a blood sample to be drawn as a comparison.
Oh, they could do it right there?
They should have the machine that run it again to see if the machine is just a false read the first time. But they normally have you do it 3 times. So it's normally not just one. So if the machine's faulty, you could say, look, I don't believe it's this. I'm requesting this. So in this being the blood test. Sorry.
Yeah, well, if you really think that the test that was taken by the officer on the spot is still not valid, can you request to have it taken again somewhere else?
Well, that would be your blood test, and that would be done either at the jail or you get a request they do it at the hospital.
Yeah, because they would probably think that they would probably say during the period of time you become less affected by the alcohol and it kind of wears off, so that would not be a valid way of doing it. But they more or less have to agree to that, though, right?
There's a case out there that says that up to 4 hours. It doesn't say up to 4 hours. It says that 4 hours is not unreasonable time that a test is performed in, that it's viewed to be unreliable. So if you do it within a 4-hour period, there's case law out there that says that test should be a valid reading.
Right. Is that equipment on those patrol cars? Is that kind of tested to see it's up to if it's functioning up to date every so often, or do they just kind of just go along with the ride?
No, they're highly certified. So there's actual strict procedures that they have to follow, and they keep logs, and they have to show their certificate that their equipment passed. They have to show the logs where all of the testing was done.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah. So the one question I had, though, regarding that is, if you go for a second test, has your body had time to get rid of the alcohol in that period of time? Could you dilute it? Like drink a lot of water and.
Well, it's not going to affect your blood.
Oh, it won't affect anything?
Well, not drinking water. I mean, it might help you with some of your sobriety exercises, potentially, because it could wake you up or refreshen you or just give you new life. But your blood alcohol level, it's in your blood. It's in your bloodstream.
Don't drink. Just don't drink and drive. Just don't even do it. That's the real. I know you're an attorney.
I know. And then there's my face going, but you're allowed to drink and drive. You're just not allowed to be drunk and drive. Can't be over the legal limit.
Yeah.
Well, Larry had this story this morning about a fella. He went through the drive-through at a Popeye's Louisiana kitchen, ordered
It's already a
chicken,
good story.
ordered chicken through the drive-through. So he's going down the road. So they didn't give him a knife. So he's driving. He's eating a piece of chicken. A piece of chicken gets stuck in his throat. He's got to go to the hospital to get it removed. And now he wants to, sue the restaurant.
Okay.
So, can he, really do that? Because if you're going through the drive-through, you really, don't need a knife.
Okay, so what got stuck in his throat again?
A piece of chicken.
Because he didn't have a knife, and that's what he's saying?
Right. He was complaining because as he was driving, he was eating chicken off of the chicken leg. He had to break it apart with his fingers.
But that's how you I don't want to say break it apart with your fingers, but it is how you eat chicken.
Right.
The funny thing was
no,
the headline.
Oh, okay, we'll get to the headline in a second. Let's do the legal answer is there's certain things, it's in products liability law, but this is not a products liability case because it's chicken, it's natural, but theoretically,
This is interesting.
But because when you're eating something that's made up of what it's supposed to be, for instance, let's use peanut butter because peanut butter is a much easier example. If you get creamy peanut butter, but then there's a actual peanut in there, like a whole peanut, and you didn't know, like you took a bite, like a spoonful, and then you start choking on the peanut, you can't sue because there's a whole peanut in your creamy peanut butter. Because it is presumed that you would realize there's a possibility out there that peanut butter would contain a whole peanut because it's made of peanut butter. So you would use the same kind of concept with the chicken. It's part of the chicken.
Okay.
That's like if you choked on the chicken bone, we can't go and sue because you choked on the chicken bone because you bought a piece of chicken that had a bone in it. So you know that it's there.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah, because this was so absurd. He goes through a drive-through and eats on the run. He doesn't even pull off to eat the chicken, so he doesn't, really need a
Sometimes
knife.
you're hungry.
Because it'd be a driving hazard then. If you're driving down the road, you're cutting up your piece of chicken, trying to eat it with a knife. It's crazy.
Yeah.
People.
He has a whole
ridiculous.
kitchen in his car.
Yeah.
Louisiana kitchen.
You want to hear what the headline said?
Yes, Larry.
It
please tell
said,
me.
"Man chokes on Popeye's chicken. Olive oil couldn't help it go down."
Really? That's really
getting
what it
real
said?
creative.
Well, not the second part. Just the first part.
I'm like, wow, that is a long headline. B, they were having fun with that one.
We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Friday, intervals of clouds and sunshine. A warm and humid day, high 82 to 86. Partly cloudy Friday night. There may be a shower in spots along the coast. The low 61 inland, 68 at the coast. For Saturday, times of sun and clouds, breezy and not as warm. There can be a passing shower, high 77 to 81. Sunday, partly sunny and breezy. A shower in spots along the coast, the high 78 to 82. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
I'm Walt Dartland, and I'm running for Congress in District 2 because you deserve a choice to get money out of politics, to receive a better, affordable health care, to make sure your tax dollars are respected, to keep promises to veterans, to protect Florida's environment. I'm a Marine veteran, a former Deputy Attorney General and consumer advocate. I'm Walt Dartland, asking for your vote on November 8th.
Paid for and approved by Walt Dartland, Democrat for Congress.
We all know the importance of good health, but we may not know the latest advances in medicine that are available to us. Monday at 9 a.m., Bern Paraiso will be our roving medical reporter to tell us about Seven Hill Gastroenterology PA and Dr. Reddy. We'll discuss screening, techniques, and more. So tune in and listen. This is more than news you can use. It's news that could save your life. That's Monday at 9:05 a.m.
Are you a list maker? Got your day planner laid out to structure your day? Well, here's something to add to your list. Make time for something really important. Visit Highland Memorial Park, because how you prepare for that moment is so important. Why Highland? Sure, it's a beautiful place, but aside from the beauty and the quiet reflection, practical people will appreciate the many options. Take a tour and make some serious plans. The Highland staff will confidentially show you all options and payment plans. Call today, 369-1020, Highland Memorial Park. Peace and reflection for your family.
Are you an animal lover concerned about the black bear issue? Forest Animal Rescue is finishing construction of an 80-acre sanctuary here in Marion County dedicated to helping sick, injured, or abandoned bear cubs be returned to safe habitats in the wild, and you can be a vital part of this effort. Your contribution to Forest Animal Rescue will help complete the new on-site clinic. To learn more or volunteer, call 352-625-7377 or visit forestanimalrescue.org. Will you help?
All right, 10 minutes before 11 o'clock. Vanessa Lane Jennings is in the studio. If you have a question about the law, we encourage you to call right now because there's 10 minutes and sometimes legal questions have long legal answers. The phone number is 622-9622. If you would prefer not to be on the air with your question, then we encourage you to call Vanessa at her office, which is 804-0092. And remember, Vanessa is not only with the Jennings Law Firm, but also the Florida
DUI and Ticket Center.
Florida DUI and Ticket Center, and that name right there tells you what they specialize in over there. And it's both in Ocala at 2945 Northeast 3rd Street on the second floor. Call us if you need that repeated. And call now if you want to ask Vanessa a question. So there was another news story this morning about politics. There was a guy whose father is in hospice.
Okay.
And he wanted to vote, so he did an absentee ballot, and his hands are not the same as they used to be. So instead of signing his name, he printed his name.
Okay.
And the was it Lake County?
Lake County.
It was Lake County, right next door to us.
It is right next door.
Supervisor of Elections Office sent a letter saying we can't accept this because this is not the signature on file. He went down there with some kind of an affidavit that you're supposed to turn in if they turn you away because of signature, and they said, sorry, it's not going to help. So, I mean, Robin had this idea. I told you Robin could be an attorney. She said, why doesn't he go down with, what do you call it?
Notary.
A notary. Do you think you could turn that over? I mean, if they came to you, it might not be. I don't know if it'd make money for you, but
well, if they turn it away, then he can do a new one, and if he shows he should be able to go down, show his ID, show who he is.
The old guy.
Now is the old guy not able to leave at all?
I don't know. I don't know if he can't leave him out, but. Mm-hmm. Sounds like he's like on his last days, that kind of thing. And he wanted to vote because he
wanted Trump or did not want Trump.
One of them, yeah. Yeah, it didn't say, did it? I don't remember it said.
No, it didn't say.
No. He was keeping his vote secret for ballot.
Yeah, that's interesting stuff because you want to vote, you want to do that, and circumstances cause you to do absentee, and then all of a sudden they'll refuse it.
They do, and I see the good point of it. I mean, there is a positive side if you look at it from a different angle. They're making sure there's no voter fraud. Because what if this man had passed away and they just didn't know, and then their relatives are citing their name for them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
or
a good point.
let's say he didn't even pass away. Let's just say they didn't know he's not able to sign, or he's not competent enough to do that.
Yeah.
So someone else does it for him.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No,
when we go with Doug, Doug is our friend with Down syndrome. When we go with him, I always help. And of course, I have to swear that I'm not going to persuade him to vote one way or the other. So I just whisper real quietly. No. I read it to him and I say, who do you want? He just puts the line just fills in the circle. But there are certain circumstances, I guess, where people can help as long as you swear that you're not influencing.
Correct. Now, there's a difference between helping and voter fraud. So I think that's just what they're looking at.
So how much time would I have spent in jail if I told Doug, vote for Trump?
And is that any different than, if you said that outside the door? So that would be my question.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. You're a good attorney. That's why people hire you. Your Honor, did you hear that? Oh, I'd get in trouble if I said that, wouldn't I?
Probably, yes.
If you have power of attorney.
Pointing it out.
Isn't she good, huh, Your Honor? Isn't she good? Don't I have a good attorney?
If you have power of attorney, can you vote for the person?
That is one question I don't know. Power of attorney works for everything. I don't know if it should work for voting.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to look at that because
Really?
I've never had anybody ask
That's an
me to add
interesting
that.
question, yeah.
Ask me to add that to their power of attorney. Because I've researched all kinds of things for power of attorney. Because I don't do a blank one. I do it per issue and make sure it's up to date every time. So no one is asked to vote for somebody else.
So people, when they come to you with the power of attorney, they have to tell you the circumstances, and then you do all that research first before you have them sign the papers?
If I haven't done that particular issue, I'll make sure I go and read the case law just so the wording is exactly the way it needs to be. Because you can go online and just get a general power of attorney, but the problem is Florida has weird requirements at times, so they'll change things. It says that you can't have certain phrases in there, or it has to have certain phrases in there. So you make sure that the language is actually correct, because every state has different parameters for powers of attorney.
Oh, okay.
So here's a traffic one, and I don't know if somebody brought this up to you before or not, but you're at a traffic light, and you're the third car in line, and the fourth car behind you gets hit.
Okay.
That car hits you, you hit the car in front of you, and et cetera. There's a little chain reaction. Is everybody at fault? In other words, do they fault the person in the back all the time?
Well, there is a presumption that the person in the back is at fault. But it's a rebuttable presumption, which means that you can overcome it. It's not the end all be all. It's not just because you were hit from behind and then you hit the person in front of you that you're liable for the damage for the person in front of you. And normally what you do, if you're the plaintiff's attorney, you start with the person in the back, and then you assess liability going forward. Because everyone going forward would have different amounts of liability. So even if you don't get over that the presumption that you are at fault, and they do find you at fault, the amount of fault that you're actually held liable for is going to be less than the person who caused the accident. But for their actions,
So
you never would have done that.
Some then. So what is the lesson from that? Do we, when we're at a traffic light, put a car's distance between us and the car in front of us?
Well, I do believe that's what you're supposed to do, yes.
When you stop at a light?
No one really does that, but yeah, you're supposed to have enough, because you're supposed to be able to maintain control of your vehicle at all times. Now, if someone comes and hits you with excessive amounts of force, like they didn't stop, they didn't do anything, and they just
Right.
hit you at 60 miles an hour.
God forbid.
And they're driving a big old truck, that's going to have a different...
You got more worries
issue.
than money worries in that one.
Well, true. But then if you hit the person in front of you, could you even have controlled your car? Like, there's arguments that you can have to get you through that.
Yeah. Gosh, you're here, so it's such a short visit this time. Do you know Santa Claus is coming to the mall tonight?
Is he really?
Yes, he is.
Well, there we go.
In a one-horse open sleigh with snow and everything.
Yeah.
Jingle bells and,
Gonna be fun.
I like it.
yeah, hot chocolate.
Too bad Sally won't be here. I can't take her. Otherwise I would.
Oh, she'd like that.
She'd probably be dressed as Elsa, but,
Oh, she'd get more attention than Santa.
more than likely, yes.
Oh, wow. She'd upstage Santa.
She has problems with upstaging people.
I bet she does, yeah. I bet she does.
Yeah.
Well, they have when the mall hires people to be the entertainers during the Christmas season and all, they have you sign a form that says that if you get hurt, you're not liable. The mall isn't liable
You're
for that.
holding them harmless, right?
Right. But what happens if a person that comes to attend the event, say tonight, they get injured? Is the mall responsible for that, or is it not?
Well, it depends on how they got injured. Mm-hmm. But so if they slip and fall because, they did...
Because of the snow?
There's going to be legit
Don't
snow.
think too much. They'll call off the event.
Oh, well, I was just asking.
No, nobody's going to fall.
No one's going to fall. Well, I mean, if they did, if it was their fault and they didn't do what they were supposed to do, yes, it opens them up to liability. And could they sue? Yes. But a lot of times insurance companies will jump in before that happens.
Oh, okay. That's interesting stuff, boy. You really lead an interesting life.
That's a true story.
Yeah, it's a little bit early, actually, for the whole Christmas thing. But when you're the mall, you have to start early. There's nothing you can do. You have to get into the thing right away.
That's true. I've already bought my first 4 Christmas presents.
You did?
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's great. You're my inspiration now.
Yeah, used to be Ocala Traditions, and now it's Agapanthemus, next to Grinders. Mm-hmm. They had their open house on Wednesday.
They did. Oh.
What is the new place that Angie Lewis opened up? Did she open up a little restaurant?
Are you talking about the Marion Cafe?
Yes. What is that hers?
I don't believe so.
Oh,
no.
okay. Where is that?
I actually don't know, and I had the same question for her.
It was on the Facebook page.
I did. I saw that. Yep.
Yeah. Oh my
I'll have to
gosh.
find out, and I'll let you know.
It looked like a nice place to go.
It looked, and the menu looked really good too.
So you don't know if that's hers?
I'm pretty sure I would know if that was hers. I do not believe it is.
But you don't know where it is either. We got to find out.
No, I know Joe Rackel was there, so I can call him.
He knows all those things.
He knows all those things.
Vanessa, thank you as always for coming in here and doing this. I know it's hard to get over here sometimes. And give Vanessa a call, 804-0092. Give us a call if you need that repeated. Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
From the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.